Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. It's time to get ready for the second round in the GR Supra GT Cup on Gran Turismo Sport. Now we are racing at the Nurburgring 24-hour track layout for 2 laps, but I hope this one might have to take a lot of practice before we're about to get started for today. So this one might have to choose the 2019 or the 20 GR Supra RC will be ready to go. So I could probably have to use the current one from the first round that I just already did 3rd place in Fuji International Speedway. So this one might have to check on the balance of performance regulations before we're about to get started, because this one might have the power to be increased by 3%. So this one might make it to be 394 horsepower. So this will be getting prepared. So before enjoying watching the video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out some more videos if you like. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want with the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the race, and let's begin. The second round of the GR Supra GT Cup of the 2020 series is about to begin. I hope everybody's about to take on the green hell in the world's famous racetrack, and let's get prepared. Here's the first place driver is now taking on the pole position, and here's BTLR Gene in 2nd place. 3rd place is Ace NFS 740 US is now going on to be in 3rd place. Chum Desma is now going on to take on 4th place in the red GR Super Racing livery. Neo Pro is now going on to 5th place. Very good, awesome livery. And here's Spoon Spider is now taking on 6th place. The Red Bull livery on Donald Calzone VIP takes on 7th place. And here's Mitch Roberts 75 going on in 8th place. Very good livery design on the NASCAR theme style. Here's Battle L Tug 13 goes on into 9th place. And here's Sascar 88 is about to be going into 10th place. 11th place driver Eve_ad is now going in to have the Toyo Tires livery variant. And here's 30 Hair in 12th place. Very good style livery with the Hot Wheels on the sides of the fenders. And here's myself in 13th place for the UDRS Sportec livery with my Total Drama Self Rep. And here's Jimbo Hart 24 goes on into 14th place. Farad Heat is now taking on in 15th place to be at the ready. 16th place is Volcaltron. Very awesome livery to have the 2019 GR Super RC. And here's Kai Lee is now taking 17th place to get ready. JRD 13 takes on in 18th place. 19th place driver is C-Speed Hero. Looks like he's about to be going in to use the 2019 model. And last place is Roadkill 173D is using the 2020 model. And this will be having a fast time out there to get ready for taking 2 laps around in the Nurburgring. Get yourself prepared and use the fuel map just to be in case, because this is going to be a long endurance battle out there to take on the longest course. Commence the rolling start, and this is going to be a very grueling battle out there, viewers. Better make sure, have a good clean race out there, but the first turn is going to be pretty tough. So we're about to be going in to have a nice green light for go, and we are on our way to take on the second round of the GR Supra GT Cup to see which one is going to be the fastest. Best of luck to all of us, and we are on the way for having a nice time out there. This is going to be taking the tough suitable formation. This we might get braced ourselves. This is going to be taking one small collision. Oh boy, looks like this is going to be pretty close call for it. Looks like everybody knows the only important thing, just keep exercise caution onto the first turn by pulling the brake early. It looks like this is going to be putting me onto 12th place to go right up ahead to catch up onto 11 drivers. 30 Hair is now taking the action onto 11th place to catch up onto Jimbo Hart 24. Eve_ad takes on to do on 9th place. And everybody is about to be going on to have that corner to be going in. It looks like the first place driver will be taking the first part will go in. And this will might have a further notification on any GT players who actually support one of my decals, including some Total Drama characters and other stuff to be supported. So this is definitely might be a very good time to be giving a good like on the activity. Everything is going smoothly for having a good perfect as planned. And here comes that corner to be reached up onto the next turn. This will give a good solid left formation. It looks like this is going to be doing good for Dirty Hair to be onto 11th place. Gonna have to get a little bit more slipstream to reach up onto Jimbo Hard 24. Taking on that shortcut entry right through to the chicane, and here it comes for the Norsenet corner, folks. This will be taking a long distance. We'll be have to take on with some most finest corners that we have to be ready. Gonna make that solid braking point. It looks like Jimbo Hard 24 just put a 0.5 second penalty to be detected. This is gonna be taking a little bit ignoring the track limit, so just gonna have to keep very more careful. Let this be having a one finest clean race to take the challenge. Gonna have to keep it well, maintain the pace. Stay on into 12th place. Hope I could probably have to make sure to reach closely to Dirty Hair in 11th place. And look at these drivers go on for this one, folks. The 6th place driver is going to have to take a good few upper hand out there. And wait, looks like we just got one driver just barely cut off the track, and looks like Battle Tug 13 has definitely moved on to 10th place. I bet this is going to be having a little under investigation to go in. This is going to be taking one good pass overtake. Going to reach up onto Dirty Hair to make a good pass. That corner is going to be pretty tough, and oh man, looks like this is going to be pretty risky, and looks like I almost lost that grip. Gotta make sure to keep it well, exercise caution, and looks like Dirty Hair just took the right thing to let me pass on to go on. But that was pretty close out there for Dirty Hair. That will be almost to be put me off the track. It's a good thing taking braking points is going to have a very good way to in case of emergency. Here it comes for that corner. This is going to be taking a little bit risky turn. And looks like there it goes, folks. There it goes, and looks like we have an 8th place driver to be dropped down onto 11th place. Eve_ad just barely lost the grip by slowing down on the sand trap. So it looks like this is going to be having a little tough battle out there, folks. Everybody gonna have to try their best out there to be in the Nurburgring 24H track. And there it goes, folks. Looks like this is going to be having two cars to be forced to be crashed down, to be forced to slow. And that will might brings Jimbo Hard 24 to be pressed on to 8th place. Battle Tug 13 has to be dropped onto 9th place to stay on it. But that was a lot of handling to be taking on that struggle. I bet no one probably might be able to try to keep using the embrace moment. Looks like I'm going in to take that overtake onto Battle Tug 13. Now I'm moving on to 9th place. This is going to be having that tire pressure check to be well monitored surveillance to be needed during this time of the race. And this is going to have to take for only one more reasons to see how several drivers have been taking the effect on the penalty. Looks like Mitch Roberts 75 just took the 0.5 second penalty, and this is going to be having a little bit more increase to be added up by 0.5. So that will might makes it for only 1 second. Gotta make sure if every several drivers will be having a way to proceed onto the penalty line. This will be coming out onto the top corners if we have to make sure to keep it well avoided, not to ignore the track limit or getting hit by the barrier. That's definitely might be having a ways of survival of the fittest. Jimbo Hart 24 could probably have to catch up onto Mitch Roberts 75. Looks like I'm going in to take the scene, and this will might have Spoon Spider in 10th place. Oh man, looks like this is going to be having a hard hits to see how it goes, and looks like this is definitely might be getting a little bit averted to avoid a collision. So it looks like Spoon Spider is now moving on to take 9th place, viewers. He could probably have to catch up to his limits. Overtake Jimbo Hard 24, and looks like, oh man, looks like he just barely went off the track and now got hit by the barrier. This is going to be taking a few short recoveries whenever each driver could probably might need to keep it careful after taking that qualifying round. But it almost had that feeling moment, because this is going to have to take a lot of good concentration that needs to be a little bit more careful. Try not to lose any over aggressive to be needed as possible. Going in to make that overtake on Jimbo Hart 24. This is going to get a little bit risky for UTRS and Sportech. Make that turn, will proceed. Jimmy Hart could probably have to stay on the tarmac zone, so he just barely had some scratches on his Supra. In a matter of race, will be need to keep it up for only a few more laps by one. This will be having some matter of repairs after this. And there it goes, folks. Roadkill 173D is now coming in onto ninth place, followed by Eve Ad is now coming on to the court carousel. This will be having a fine corner that everybody really wants to perform. This will be having a good maintained race to stay on into the third gear. Now that's a good solid ticket. 9th and 10th place driver is about to be going in to catch on to Jimmy Hart. This is going to have to take only one overtake car at a time. Better take a number. This is going to have to take for only one open space to be on the short road to be on the track. Make that next turn. This is going to be giving a good pass. Oh man, there it goes, there it goes. Jimmy Hart just barely lost off the track, and now that will might proceed for Roadkill 173D, and Eve_ad will be proceed while I'm going in onto 10th place to move forward. Now this is going to be a very tough, grueling battle out there, folks. I bet this is going to have to take a good eagle eye on to these two drivers. They could probably have a ways to survive this challenge. Taking on the second round could be very more difficult than we can handle. So better have to make sure to keep a good eye out on the top three drivers, because this is going to be having a most finest fastest lap out there whenever they had to be part of the wild card. This round is going to be a very tough challenge to be in the Nurburgring by having a one-make race by using the GR Super RC in the 2019 20-year model. But this will be given a good share one-make category, but this is going to have a very good ways to be even. Spoon Spider is now coming right back onto my current position. This is going to be having a different ways we'll be going in. But this wheel might have a few monitor checked out there, because the tires has going to need to keep it well checked. After taking that qualifying practice, it was very having a lot of few techniques that they just need to keep it well maintained to stay on the good balanced position. They tried their best, but this wheel might have to take different position will go on, so we have to deal with it whenever we had to take for only a few practice by next season. Coming in onto the flower bed corner, and this will be having a good chance out there. Only few drivers with a penalty effect will be perceived by crossing the penalty line, so this is going to have to move on by the first lap. Going over to take the second and final lap, we'll be on our way. It looks like we have the 9th place driver is now taking on, since taking first place. TBJM is now going to be on to 9th place to catch up onto Eve_ad. This is going to be let Ace NFS 740 US will be taking the lead, and followed by second place driver BTLR_Gene and Chum Dempsa in third place. So I hope this is going to be taking on to be back onto the Grand Prix circuit layout. So it looks like this will be on their way to take the final lap. I bet this is going to be taking a good determination to see which one of them will be doing the fastest lap going in. And there it goes, folks. Looks like we just got one driver here. Eve_ad just barely tried to hold on for himself. So it looks like he could probably have to stay on in 9th place. And there it goes, and that one might have Roadkill to be back onto 9th place. Everybody could probably have to do for random chances to see which one's going to be in 9th place. Better make sure that taking a lot of strong grip to be at the final corner will be reached up onto the last stretch to be at the Grand Prix circuit. So looks like this is going to be taking on for the second lap. Wave 1 has been successfully completed, so we're about to be going in to take the final round. But this one might brings up for only 10 minutes and 4.166 seconds. Ace NFS 740 US has been taking the first fastest lap. I bet this is going to be a very good first place driver out there, viewers. He could probably have a ways to win it, because survival of the racing finish is the only key of competition. Has to do everything he could for having a 2019 GR Super RC will be going in to take the best upper hand in his livery variant. So meanwhile, this will have to going in onto 6th place will be on the battle. Roadkill 173D and E_ad has gonna be taking a good battle out there. I bet this is gonna be taking some good speed. Will be going on. Taking on that next corner, will be going in onto the left. Make a good use on the apex to be given the good needed by the chance. Slow and steady by having a good motion effect. This is going to be taking a good smooth capabilities to see how 2 drivers will be catching up onto the 6th place driver. This is going to have to take for only one few chances to coming right back onto the Notion Ilpe corner. This is going to have to take a little bit more risky for having the second time. By having the 6th and 8th place driver will be entered the Notion Ilpe layout. Looks like I'm coming in. This is gonna have to take that inside turn. We'll be going on to the quick left. Gotta make sure this is gonna have to take for only one car. We'll be having a capacity space limit. We'll be closed in onto the gap. Getting a little bit closed up onto the ropes for Eve_ad, and looks like there it goes, folks. Roadkill 173D has barely lost all that grip by cutting up the corner, and oh man, it looks like I'm almost so close. Eve_ad just almost hit me, and I just barely took a dodge on it. So that was pretty sick call for UDRS and Sportec. Will proceed to catch up onto Roadkill 173D in 7th place. And there it goes, folks. Looks like that what might have TBJM is now dropped down onto a different position by losing amount of a tire grip. So it looks like he could probably have to hang on to himself. This is going to be a very tough, risky battle out there. So it looks like we just got one driver to be left the lobby. He just really almost had that moment, because this will have 1 point race entry available. No turning back at all, because this event is especially important to be taking part of a 1-make race for exclusively of Toyota Gazoo Racing. Gonna make a good terrain lap and going on over to the right. Keep it nice and slow and try not to get caught in the sand trap. Gonna have to keep a good focus to catch up onto Roadkill's 173D, because this will might have a purple 2020 Supra will be on the way. But this will might have a blue GR Super RC in the 2020 model. Will be having the UDRS and Sportec will be taking on the action. But this will might have, make no mistake, this is going to be taking a one finest opportunity whenever I have to keep it up by having a good clean race. The risk will be made, but there's no hope to be giving few chances for having 1 point race entries to be available. This is what everybody feels like. This is going to have to take for only a few practice before the race begins until now. Gonna have to keep a well motion patient, and looks like we just got a 5th place driver to be got hit by the barrier by coming off the track. So it looks like Sascar 88 is now going in to stay well defended in 5th place. Roadkill 173D can probably take the opportunity. This is going to get a little bit much closer out there. I hope Sascar 88 could probably do something. Gonna have to stay well guarded. This is going to be pretty well suitable for a line of defense. Further notice by having a yellow flag signal to be incoming approach. So it looks like we have a 4th place driver by losing a lot of grip. And oh man, looks like there it goes, folks. There you go. Looks like Sascar 88 just pushed Roadkill 173D to be in 7th place when I'm going in onto the overtake. So that might put me in onto 6th place, viewers. Looks like I'm on the higher road to be well endured to become a most finest skilled driver in the Nurburgring. Just gonna have to make sure if I could probably have an open window chances to pass on to Sascar 88 by taking 5th place to be moved down to 6th place. Just gonna have to keep going by having an increased pace out there, folks. I could probably have a good precision for having a good grip. Taking on that inside turn, we'll go right in. Bet Sascar 88 could probably have to do the same to keep it well focused. And here comes the curve straight. This might lead up back onto the carousel corner, folks. This is going to have to take for only a few chances of increased acceleration onto the mileage. Gonna have to keep going. Looks like Roadkill 173D is going to be coming back in any notice. Closing in onto 0.2 seconds on the gap. Gonna have to pull the brake. This is gonna get a little bit more blocking defense out there, while Roadkill 173D is gonna have to keep it well, maintain the pace. That should probably do it. Make that good braking point. We'll be going in on the right suitable position. SASCAR 88 takes on the outside. If this wheel might be leads up onto the carousel corner, folks, this is going to be a very good time out there for having a good range check on the speed of 50 miles per hour. Very good suitable lineup. That was pretty excellent. So I hope this is going to be a very good organized race by having a field map in further notice whenever each driver could probably have one pit stop to be available. It's only just for 2 laps because there's going to be having no pit stop to be available because this wheel might have a well never-ending lasting endurance for this round. Just gonna have to stay on it. Just gonna have to deal with some fine corners when I see the apex. So it looks like this is going to be having Nero Bro is now going on to take their place. I hope he can probably have to catch up onto BTLR Gene. This is going to have to take for only one few chances to have one car to be going in to stay on the further gap distance. Everybody has been waiting for this moment for a long time to be having the second season will go in. Since the last season that we just took part, we're having 2 rounds in the Nurburgring 24-hour track. Because this is going to be having a good part to be in the middle and the final, and this will be having the second season. We'll be going in by having a late start beginning, but that was pretty good out there for having a good reminding moments back from the 2019 season year in the first season. So it looks like this is going to be going in onto the flower fed corner. I bet Ace NFS 740 US could probably have to take on for the full straight. He could probably take home the gold at any time. This will be doing excellent out there, folks. The top 3 drivers will be going in for having the finest, longest stretch out there whenever one driver could probably able to win. Gonna have to get a little bit more closer to SASCAR 88. This is gonna have to take one more chance for UDRS and Sportec will be in onto the top 5 finish. Taking on that flower bed. This is going to be getting a few struggle chance to be on the inside. I hope he can probably have to stay near towards the outside of the corner. And there it goes, folks. Ace is on the higher road to be on to take the first place lead. I hope he could probably have to do whatever he takes to keep it well maintained focus to be on the corners. This one might take enough speed to be forced to slow down by pulling the brakes. This is going to be taking one last final stretch, and it looks like BTLR_Gene could probably have to stay on in second place. And looks like Chum Demsa has going to have to keep it up onto third place. Now that was going to be a long, grueling chase out there. Ace NFS 740 US could probably take on the final stretch, and there it goes, folks. We have a second place winner of the GR Super GT Cup. It's Ace NFS 740 US. Now that was pretty awesome out there, folks. Ace NFS 740 US has taken home the podium and the winner of the second round of the GR Super GT Cup, folks. Now that was a pretty good, ever long-lasting endurance race to be reached up by over 20 minutes. Now that was pretty risky, challenging race, but we did good out there. But there's several scratches out there on their players' vehicles because this is going to be having a one less lucky out there. But unfortunately, it was pretty tough out there for having my livery design of the 2020 GR Super RC. But amazing, but pretty good out there. So I hope this is going to be having a good 6th place finish out there, folks. This will might have to scroll down by having a race results. So we have 2 drivers by having a DNF, Rabashid and TBJM. So I hope he did pretty good out there. I bet this is going to have to move on to the next round. We'll have to do a lot better to be different the ways as it goes. Personal best score for having a current season by having 73 points. race position by 7, and looks like this is going to be a pretty good remarkable out there I just took for only a second round in the Nurburgring. Just going to have to go over to have some earning summaries without having a mileage points earned. Gonna have a good miles distance to be well increased. So looks like this is going to be pretty good, for the ace has been taking on first place. So looks like I could probably have to congratulate him for the win. Pretty good successful and pretty tough moments to be in the second round of the GR Supra GT Cup. But sometimes it feels like having the same thing back from the last season from the first stage, because I know sometimes gonna have to be very more careful next time if we have to try to be very more competitive, to be well stabilized, to be safe, to avoid having a little contact of the collision. So looks like Ace NFS 740 US is thanking me, along with Sascar 88 and Roadkill 173D. What a most excited difficult race out there in the Nurburgring by taking the second round. Since last season that we took part in round 5 and round 13 to be at the same track with a different time conditions from daytime to evening. So now we're moving on to the next round. It's going to be at Circuit de la Sarda, but this will be having the second time out there to be at the longest track. For the GR Supra RC in the 2019-2020 year models, we'll be having a good clean lap practice around in Le Mans. This will be having the best time to be prepared. Alright folks, I hope you're really enjoying watching the race. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. Livery blog videos are available to watch anytime you want. This will be the entertainment showcase about different cars with liveries I haven't made. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for a continue in the GR Supra GT Cup 2020 series on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay clean.